Welcome to senior night in the regular season finale in the Penn State basketball dynasty. Unfortunately, the Penn State Nittany Lions in season number 1 are 11-19. How this series will go is that basically if you have a better record and depending on where you finish, you get a better high school, we'll call it draft pick, which will award you the top recruit if you finish number 1 and the 32nd recruit or 30th recruit if you finish last in the NCAA. So we are fighting to get a better recruit here, at least a pick of a better recruit. But today, it's senior night. We have 4 seniors on our team. Ben Layden is one of them. He is a big man we will need to recruit and hopefully, come up with a good freshman big man. Vernon Harris as well. He hasn't played much this year. I don't even know if he's even scored at all, but he is a senior. Michel Beaufoy is a senior as well. 6'11". I think he showed us the blueprint on what to have at the 3, a guy that can shoot the 3 and is long. And then Denzel Morris, a guy that we haven't used much this year, but is an awesome rebounder and a guy that has, good defensive presence as well. This is a big game for us because not only are we playing for, like I said, a better position to get a better recruit, but we're playing against our rival in the Buckeyes. They have not had the greatest of years either. They're 22-16, and on their side of the conference, they are actually right where we are. So we are battling directly with a team that we could be swapping places with in recruiting. So here we go. The final game of this season is underway, and as always, we will watch the first possession and then head into the offseason after this game. Here is Sewing, who is their best rated player as well. Passing inside, back to Sewing. Around the perimeter, good defense by Penn State right away. They're working it around nicely, but it's a block at the end of the shot clock. That's what I'm talking about, that blueprint that Michel Beaufoy has left. 6'10" as a wing. It's something that I want. Here's Beaufoy. Look at the mismatch. We're just going straight at the smaller defender, and he goes up with the left hand, the baby hook. 2-0 start here for Penn State. I'm glad our last game is at home because, remember, our home versus road split is dramatic. We are over 500 at home and only have 2 wins on the road. Here's a pass inside Denzel Morris. That's a good find by Takihara. I think going into season 2, we're going to need to redefine Takihara's role. He is very, very good in assisting, but I think he can be even better and take less shots. So 4-2 game now. Here's Takihara handling the ball. Here's Ben Layden, the senior, pass on the pick and roll, and he goes up with the right hand. That is good. Takihara does have that dimer badge as well. As here's a shot inside. That's a block. Another one by Michel Beaufoy. Here we go the other way. Layden leading the break. Pass inside. Denzel Morris. And that one will be an and one over the smaller defender again. And Morris, who hasn't gotten much playing time this year, the seniors got the start here on senior day, is now here as Takihara. Ooh, lucky shot right there. Maybe could have been a foul. Instead, it's a 6-11 game here. Here's a pass over to the right block. That one's good. We try to go for the double team right there. Takihara is a mismatch anytime he's in the post. 13-8 game. Here's Andy Skips off the bench now. Pass, and that one's Tyrone Jones. Nice little runner right there off the glass. As now we near the end of the first quarter. Here is Malik Banks off of the bench. Malik Banks could be a starter next year. Who knows? Here's a jump shot from 2. That's just right on the money. I love his shot. A lefty. It looks pretty. As we're on to the second quarter. Here is Banks from the outside. That one's cash. 20-12 here to start this game here for Penn State. There's now 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Takihara back to the outside. Banks again. Same spot. That's true. 23-12, our first double-digit lead of the game. He's got 8 points off of the bench as well. He can light it up. He's a guy that we could put in our starting lineup, but he also, like I said, is a microwave off the bench. Jump shot from deep. That one's good. Ohio State brings it to within 6 with that one. Another missed shot right here from Penn State. Here goes Ohio State the other way. McNeil running the break. Oh, good find to Sewing. It's almost an and one. Morris gets called for the foul. And now it's a 4-point game here for Penn State. Working it around inside. Ben Layden Let's see what he can do. The senior in his final game goes up with it strong. Ooh, almost had the and one off of Sewing. Back to a 3-point game now, 28-25. Block inside, looking like Evan Vasquez maybe got fouled on that one. Here's a pass, and that one's good over Beaufoy. Now down to a 1-point lead. We had an 11-point lead at 1 point here in the first half. Here is Beaufoy now, gets the smaller defender on him. He passes out of it, but a good find. Macklin driving. That is a foul on Holden. We've had a lot of free throws here in the first half, a lot of fouls given by Ohio State. As here's a missed shot here, 20 seconds to go. We're going to hold for the last shot here. Evan Vasquez checks into the game. We did not give him the start because we wanted the seniors to start today. As now he gets a pick over to Beaufoy. Beaufoy, 4 seconds on the clock. Back to Vasquez. Vasquez, he will chuck up the three. That's good. Almost the buzzer beater. 0.2 seconds left. We will go into halftime with a 32-27 lead. We had the 11-point lead at 1 point. We just gave it away a little bit, letting them go on a little run, but a good start. So here we go, second half action now. Takihara with the big man on him to start it out. Here he takes a jump shot from 2. That one's off. Layden on the rebound. That's good. The second chance opportunities are going to be huge next year. We definitely are one of the lowest scoring teams in the NCAA. So we need to rectify that, and I think it comes with second chance opportunities like that one. A tip dunk, and that's home. Ohio State now down by 5. Takihara from deep 2. That one is good. Maybe that's the situations that we had to get Takihara in when he's not, creating for himself. Others are creating for him, getting him in jump shot opportunities, catch and shoot opportunities. Here's Beaufoy going up with it with the right hand. He will get fouled as he goes to the free throw line. Playing in his last game, I really like Beaufoy. I'm going to really miss him. I wish he was a sophomore or a junior because his build is just crazy. 6'10", can shoot the three. He's also pretty good defensively. Like, he can move with one of the most athletic, players in the league. Here's McNeil. Good find on the inside by Boeing, I believe, that found him. Suing, I meant. And now 39-35. We're up by 4. Here is Malik Banks off the bench. He had 8 in the first half. Driving. He steps back a little bit. He gets stuck in traffic. Pass inside. Jones. He switches hands midair, and that one is good. Another good defensive play here by Penn State. Takihara with the steal. Up by 6 now. Over to the wing. Jones gets it. He drives to the lane. He will draw the foul. Oh, no foul call on that. And it's an 8-point lead. Tyrone Jones with a drive, and it looked like there was a lot of contact there, but we have a 43-35 lead. About 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's a drive. Good block by Tyrone Jones. That's what he's a master at, but they do get the rebound back. Hitting the 2. Now they're down by 6. Ohio State going on a little bit of a run here. Is a layup miss, but an offensive board. And a foul there by Jose Springer off of the bench. It's 43-40 now, and he skips in the corner. He thought twice about that 3. Here's Tyrone Jones. He's got the smaller man on him. That's just too easy. You can't do that. You got to take advantage of that mismatch. 45-40 at that point. Now we're into the fourth quarter. About 4.5 minutes to go. It's kind of been back and forth with Ohio State. We all know this is a rivalry, so we got to go at him. Here's a pass inside. Denzel Morris. He's played an excellent game today. We probably should have used him earlier in the season, to be honest with you. He's got 9. 53-48. Here's a pass inside and a right-hand flush. That one brings it to a 3-point lead at that point. And here's another find inside. Another dunk. And Ohio State sticking around in this one. A good left hand over 2 defenders. 52-55, 3 minutes to go. Here's a nice post move. Oh, gets Beaufoy off the ground. He had the help defense and could not help out Takihara, who is always a size mismatch. 55-54. Here is Harris. Vernon Harris almost. He almost tried to yam on him right there. He will draw the foul. It's 57-54 now. 2 minutes to go here. Here's Akpara with the ball on the outside. Gets it back over to Sewing, who gets it over to McNeil from 3. Here is a good find. Back to Sewing. That's good. From about free throw distance, 57-56, a 1-point game. Takihara now. Good defense by Ohio State. He's got 8 assists as well. Passing over to 3. Beaufoy. That's good. He can shoot over those smaller defenders, even with a hand in his face. It makes it a 4-point game. Here's a good find inside to Sewing, and he draws a foul. Morris and Beaufoy. They will call Morris on that one. He's got 3 fouls today. Sewing goes to the free throw line. He's got 11 points today. And here comes a Malik Banks off of the bench, giving, Evan Vasquez, I believe, a breather. We'll try to run some plays through Banks here with a minute to go. See what we got here at the end of the game with Banks running the show. Here he is getting a pick. He passed it inside to Layden. He throws it up, and that one is blocked. Malik Banks is blocked right there on the floater. It's now still a 60-58 game. 30 seconds to go. Ohio State with possession. Here's Okpara. He can't really shoot 3, so we'll give him some space there. But here's Ohio State working to play around. And this one knocked away by Beaufoy. Beaufoy using that length. And it's out of bounds on Ohio State. Look at Beaufoy. 6'10", slapping that ball away with his long arms. It's still loose. And look at him, just getting some hands in there. And it eventually knocks off Ohio State. And it's our ball. They will have to foul here. 16 seconds. Malik Banks goes to the free throw line for 2, and he misses the first. And the second one will be good. 61-58. The Buckeyes call a timeout. And here we go. One possession here for Ohio State to tie this ball game up. McNeil on the outside. Sewing. Don't let him get a 3 now. Back to the outside. It's going to be a 3. L'Achille. That's good. 61-61. It's a tie ball game. We won't call a timeout, even though we have it here. Here is Vasquez driving. He goes back to the basket. He gets blocked. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up. It's an and one. 63-61. Vasquez just stays with it. And he put up the shot with enough time to get his own rebound and draws the foul. He goes to the line. He's only got 7 today. Remember, he did not start. He's the usual starter. And he makes it. It's a 3-point game. 0.6 seconds to go. L'Achille will throw one up from full court. Oh, that one was almost in. It wouldn't have counted anyway. That one will be the last game of the season. What a thriller there at the end. 64-61. Penn State knocks off their rival and hopefully does move up there in the rankings to get a better draft selection. And what a season. It wasn't perfect. I wouldn't say that. Tyrone Jones gets player of the game. But it was fun. Season 1 was fun. We definitely, got used to playing 2K, got used to playing with some college level competition. It's definitely a different type of game from NBA. But you can just see here, Tyrone Jones with 7-9. Takihara, I don't know what it is. 2 of 12 from the field. We just need to stop shooting with him. I think he's just going to be more of a facilitator. And next year, if we get a good freshman that can score, or Malik Banks is that guy, or Evan Vasquez, or we run through some big men, who knows? I don't know what it's going to look like next year. I think Takihara is the only constant that's going to be a starter, along with Tyrone Jones, who will return as a starter as well. So that is the end of our regular season here, and we'll just get into some end-of-year logistics here. Hunter Dickinson won Player of the Year in the NCAA this year. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4.8 assists, 1.3 steals, and blocks. And he also shot 35% from 3 and 46% from the field. He also was a NCAA Player of the Year because Michigan finished with the best record overall. Ricky Council won 6th Man of the Year, 15 points off the bench, almost as much as Dickinson average per game, 5.3 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Dylan Mitchell won Defensive Player of the Year for Texas, 13.9 points, 7.1 rebounds. He also led the NCAA in rebounds of 7.1. I need to figure out a way so that, in SimStats, the rebounds are over 10 a game. I'm pretty sure that would be more realistic. 7.1 probably wouldn't lead the NCAA in real life. Here is the all-NCAA first team. Nick Smith Jr. from Arkansas. He gets the guard. He is a freshman there. Brandon Miller as well. And Dylan Mitchell gets it as a forward, and Hunter Dickinson gets it at the 5. The surprise here of this series and maybe of this season is Takehara actually finished second in all NCAA. I did not expect that at all. And looking at, you know, what he's done this year, in games that we've kind of controlled him, he hasn't shot the ball well. He only shot 28% from 3, but he did average 6.1 assists per game, which is pretty high, 13 points per game. And he had a good season. I do want him to be a little better just with facilitating, but that will come with time. So here's the third team as well. And if you guys were wondering just how we would kind of, you know, dictate the All-Americans going to the draft and who declares and stuff like that, we will kind of go over that next episode in the off season. We have a lot to get into next episode as well. But we actually end up 28th, which I'm pretty disappointed with. I thought we would at least get a little higher. So we end up with, was at the 5th last draft pick here in this series. So that will be in this season, I meant. But looking at our points per game, I mean, this is the issue, you know. We just do not score a lot. We give up. I wouldn't say a whole lot. We are giving up the 11th most points per game. That's not terrible, but our points per game is 87. Just compare that with Villanova, who's top 5. They had 100 points per game. That's a whole 13 points. We had a 4.8 point differential this year. And looking at our record, we are 2-13 on the road, 10-6 at home. I mean, that just shows you the difference between, you know, what team we are on the road and at home. But that will do it here in this episode, and I will kind of go over final stats for our team going into next season in the off-season episode as well, just to show you, you know, what I'm kind of looking for in the high school player draft. We're just going to call it that, the high school player draft. It is recruiting because we have to recruit their ratings and everything, but also make a decision on who we're going to select, and I will flash those rules up next episode again. If you forgot, it was a couple episodes ago. And if you're new, thanks for joining. This should be fun. And we will also see the national championship as well, some highlights there. So we'll see who wins it. Unfortunately, we did not make it this year. Hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tinny. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, yeah, this how we ride.